If you're just getting into painting, you may not know when to change, clean, or maintain your paint thinner or odorless spirits, and it's an important process for your colors and your paintings. So in this video right here, I'm gonna show you everything you need to know to do just that and a little more. Let's go. Yeah, that's definitely bad thinner. What is up, all my awesome painters out there? Wow, to make sure you become bigger and better with your painting and creative adventures. If this is your first time here, you need help with how-tos, tips, tricks, tutorials, or just some awesome encouragement from a man with great hair to you, that's what this channel is all about. Do me a favor, hit that big red subscribe button down below, tick that bell so you know when my videos go live for you. When we talk about the maintenance of your paint thinners and odorless spirits, we're really talking about changing and keeping it clean so that way it doesn't contaminate your painting or your paints. And I want to show you the easiest and safest ways to do just that. When it comes to maintaining your thinner, we need a little bit of supplies and equipment. Preferably, you want 2 buckets, a couple of Ziploc bags, and I like to be extra safe. So some safety equipment would include some gloves to protect your hands and forearms, something to protect your eyes, which would be goggles or glasses, and something to protect your mouth so you're not breathing in all the vapor. A mask, a respirator, a ventilator, whatever you want to call it, something to protect your face, because for someone like me, this is the moneymaker, my friends. The moneymaker. Equipment out of the way, so how do you know when it's time to change the thinner that's in your bucket? I mean, you don't just stick your hand in there. Yeah, it tastes a little old. A little stale, not a good vintage. Trust me, don't do that. Please don't do that at home. There's 2 easy ways to tell when to change and maintain your paint thinner. The first one is visual. Look inside your bucket, and if it's cloudy and very hard to see through, it's time for a change, because that means you're most likely going to contaminate your paint and your canvas every time you try to clean your paintbrush in your thinner. The second way to know if your paint thinner is going a little bad is you can kind of waft a smell that smells skunky or a little stale. And when that happens, it's time to change. And that's generally for people that paint once in a great while. Once every month or every couple of months, something like that, that leave it in here. When it gets skunky and it smells, time for a change. So now you know what you need to maintain your thinner and you know when to maintain your thinner. So let's go over how you maintain your thinner. Step number 1 is remove your cleaning screen or grid from your bucket. Set this aside and we'll come back to this sucker in just a moment. Step number 2 is allow your Ziploc bag within your bucket to sit for 24 to 48 hours. This will allow the pigment and thinner to separate, allowing our next steps to be much, much easier. For our next step, we're gonna take our dirty thinner that's in our Ziploc bag, slowly remove it from that bucket, and take it to our brand new bucket with our clean Ziploc bag, and pour into the best of our ability all the clean thinner that's at the top that has separated out. Please take your time here and be safe, because as you're pouring thinner, it can splash, which is why you wanna wear the safety equipment. Remember how we took our cleaning screen and set it aside? Take it and put it in the brand new bucket that we put that top layer of thinner in. Your cleaning screen is most likely gunky and got a ton of pigment on it, so we need to get that off. Take a spare paintbrush and start working the top, the sides, wherever you can get, and then remove this, and it should be pretty clean. We want to allow all that pigment we just worked off our cleaning screen to sit to the bottom again and separate out. I would recommend a good 24 to 48 hours with the lid on if you can, but if you're short on time, an hour or 2 should be just good enough to get that separation. Once we're here, we're going to go back to our old bucket that has a brand new clean Ziploc bag in it. We're hoping to do the same steps. Just pour the top layer of thinner that is most likely pretty clean into our brand new bucket with the Ziploc bag. For most of you, right here is good enough to stop, because your thinner should be pretty clean. But if it's still really dirty or skunky or anything like that, all you need to do is repeat the processes. Allow the thinner and pigment to separate and pour it into a new bucket. Keep doing this until your thinner gets cleaner and cleaner, or less cloudy and cloudy. Now, just to let you know, your thinner is never gonna go back to being crystal clear in like water. It's gonna have a little bit of cloudiness to it, so don't try to work it to death. Once you get your thinner as clean as you like it and you're satisfied with it, all you need to do is take your cleaning screen, Put it in your clean bucket with a clean Ziploc bag now, and you'll probably notice that the thinner is shy of reaching the top of your cleaning screen. All you have to do is take your favorite thinner or odorless spirits and pour some more in to where it covers just the top of the cleaning screen. I recommend anywhere between 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch, and that'll be perfect for all of your paintbrush needs. Now that I showed you the easiest and safest way to maintain your thinner, you're probably asking, how often should I do it? And to be honest, there's no real answer. I'm gonna revert you back to the beginning of this video when you should look at it visually, and if you start to smell that skunky, staley kind of smell to your thinner, that would be the correct time to do it. God, I'm thirsty. Let me get some more of that thinner. Forget pimp cups. I just need a Bob Ross bucket. Now, before you leave and stop watching this video, one question I always get asked is, what do you do with the paint, sludge, or pigment that's still in my bucket or my old Ziploc bags? And that's an awesome question that every painter needs to know. I'm actually gonna do a full video on this because I wanna make sure you learn to recycle or dispose of your paint so that way you're safe, the environment is safe, and you're doing it the best way possible. And yeah, that requires its own video, which I will put over here for when it's ready, or if it's already ready, go ahead and watch it. It helps support my channel. You can also use the links down below, which help me out. They're affiliate links that cost you nothing. Wild wishing you the best of luck. Keep those paintbrushes wet, your thinner and clean, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and of course, peace.